Hi there guys, and welcome back to day 23 of the month for Retro Brown. It's episode 62 on the Kanto Solo Runs, and we're doing today with Nidorina. Probably my least favourite out of all the Nidos, if I'm being honest, but you know what, might as well get out of the way and done, and we can continue on with the rest of the runs for the rest of this month. So let's have a quick chat about Nidorina. Base stat total of 365, quite evenly spread, but that special and that speed are going to be a problem, especially for poison types in Gen 1, which doesn't really get too much better with its moveset, especially its level up moveset, because when it actually came to its moveset, I was looking directly at the yellow moveset. I thought I was going to get double kick at level 12, where in fact you actually get it at level 50, which isn't the greatest thing really, especially with Brock coming up first. That fighting type move would have definitely really helped us out, but what can we do? We're going to have to see what we can do with the moveset we've got. We're going to go with the name, let's go with the name Queen for this episode, because that's its next evolution, is Nido Queen. And hopefully, for all you queens out there, this one's for you guys. I don't know if that's offensive or not, I really don't. Okay, let's start with this first battle. So, we've got Scratch, Tackle and Growl to work with, while the Squirtle has only got Tail Whip and Tackle to work with. And we take the easy win. It means we can move on. And before we even go to Pewter City, I am definitely going to go against the rival here to the west of Viridian, because I need those levels. If I'm not going to be getting double kick until level 50, I'm going to need levels to get past Brock. Definitely going to need those levels. And it's really annoying that we don't get double kick in red and blue until level 50. Yeah, yellow definitely got Nidorina a lot better than red and blue did. Let's have a talk about the... we lost that one there. So it's going to take 2 attempts to beat him at level 10, which is really annoying because that Pidgey has got Sand Attack. We don't get attacked by it in this attempt, and that means that we can take an easier win against that Squirtle. Our TM moveset is actually pretty decent. We can get the Bolt Beam combo, we can get Bubble Beam, we can get Takedown, Body Slam, we can even get Horn Drill if we really wanted it. It's just going to be a bit of a slog to even get before we can get one of those moves. The worst thing about that as well, we don't get any of these TMs before Brock, so we are stuck with the likes of Poison Sting. We're stuck with really bad moves. Poison Sting is not a good move to be using against his Rock-type Pokemon. And even with trying to stall out Bide, we just take too much damage and we can't get enough Poison Stings in to take him down. We had to go all the way up to level 17 before we even had a good chance of beating both of those Rock Pokemon. And I've sped up the footage here so much because these battles take a long time. We're not dealing that much damage. They're taking a lot of turns to get through. And of course, even if we get that poison chance with Poison Sting, Brock's got 6 full heals per Pokemon, which is not good at all. But we managed to stall them out at level 17. That means we can then move on to Cerulean City. I'm not even going to attempt Misty yet. We're going against the rival first because I honestly think this is going to be the much easier matchup. As long as we don't get Sand Attack too many times, which unfortunately we do, it's going to be a bit of a... it's not going to be the worst battle, but the main thing is we really did not want to be Sand Attack to start off with there. Unfortunately, we can't really predict when that's going to happen because this rival uses his moves quite randomly. And, I'm going to choose Tail Whip over Growl because in the circumstance that we're actually wanting to deal out quite a bit of damage right in this early game, Tail Whip will be a better one than trying to force him into lower attack. So we do actually manage to beat the rival here. The rival's name in this video, of course, is Jack Ruby, who's one of my new channel subscribers. Let's see how much of a challenge you give us today, Jack. So, okay, now we've got some more levels up on Nugget Bridge. We can't even learn Dig, which is really annoying. That would actually really help us out in this fight. Level 24, we're going against Misty. Now, we want to definitely get a poison, so it's going to make that chip damage. And we finally take it down with a final scratch. They got a critical hit, luckily enough, but we would not have tanked another Water Gun or Bubble Beam. This brings us on to the SSM when we can go against Jack again. And we have picked up Body Slam at this point, one of probably our MVP move for this run. And it's just going to tear through his team. We are level 30 because I was anticipating that the end game's going to be quite difficult, so it's going to be worth my time now to get some extra levels in, and that'll make that battle so much easier. Now, I really hate Surge's Gym. This is how ridiculous finding these buttons are. So, as you can see here, we find it in this this trash can over here. Which one did we find it in? God, how long does this take? This is why I hate Surge's gym. They say that the button is always to the right of it, or like to the right next to it, but in some runs I honestly find the switch on the other side of the room. It's really annoying. But once we found that, Surge isn't going to be too much of a problem because we've got Body Slam. His Pokemon are quite defensively weak, so annoyingly we do run out of Body Slam there, so we need to switch to a different move, and Bubble Beam is a good move for this time in the game. Because we don't really get many good water moves. If we got Surf, that would be fantastic, but Bubble Beam is going to be one of our key moves for quite a while. We pick up Thunderbolt, and if you are trying for speed, if you've not gone to the Pokemon Center in Vermilion City, you can use Dig after beating Surge, and takes you straight back to Cerulean. The Exploding Haiku in Rock Tunnel is not going to be a problem whatsoever while you've got Bubble Beam on your moveset, and we can take quite an easy win. Level 33 coming out of Rock Tunnel, and you know, I think now we've picked up Ice Beam in Celadon, we can have a good chance against Erica. And as you can see, Ice Beam is just tearing through her team. It's not really going to be too much of a bad fight for us. We can take an easy win here, unless we get put to sleep or Petal Dance did a critical hit. That would have been a worse thing. We are still quite over level for this point in the game, but honestly, that level curve is going to even out very, very soon. Because we've got Ice Beam as well, Giovanni should not be a problem. So Ice Beam is going to take down both his rock types with relative ease. The Kangaskhan is going to be a bit of a problem if it gets critical hits, but 2 Ice Beams are more than enough to take it down at this level quite comfortably. We are very over leveled, I'm very aware of this, but trust me, this level curve will even out very, very soon. The rival in Lavender Tower, of course, because of the level we're at, is pretty much going to be a series of one hits. Even with the Growlithe, Body Slam will take it out in 1, Execute, Ice goes down to Ice Beam. Kadabra is probably going to be the biggest problem in this entire run. The Psychic types are very strong in Gen 1, and I think we're really going to struggle against the likes of Sabrina, and against that Alakazam in the later game. It took me until this point in the run as well to realise that I actually can't learn Earthquake as a Nidorina. Very, very annoying. We can't even learn Dig, and I thought, I don't know why, but I thought we could actually learn it in this generation, but possibly not. It's the evolutions that do learn it. And here we go. This is Rival 5 in Silphco, and the level curve has started to even out now. We're level 40 going into this one. Ice Beam is the best counter for that Pidgeot, and Body Slam is good for pretty much all of the other ones. There is no point of us learning Fury Swipes, like literally none at all, so yeah, this is where I realised that even with Body Slam, that Alakazam is going to be a problem. If it uses anything stronger than Confusion, we do not get a win here. So, we're going to go for Ice Beam again. It takes out the Pidgeot quite comfortably. We don't want to be taking any hits whatsoever. That means that we're going to be... We really want to have as many hit points as possible for when that Alakazam comes up, because I don't even think we're going to outspeed it, even at level 41. And if we get hit by anything stronger than the Confusion, we go down, but thankfully get a crit Body Slam there. We can use Thunderbolt to quite comfortably take out the Blastoise and take the win. And we start getting a load of misses as well, because we did get a few sand attacks from that Pidgeot. Even just one sand attack is detrimental to your entire attempt. Giovanni, of course, is not going to be a problem whatsoever. We've got Body Slam for his Nidorino, and we've got Ice Beam for his rock types. It's not really going to be too much of a problem. Now, you might be thinking, why is Nidorino... Generally, I would say Nidorino is a better Pokemon than Nidorina. That comes down to literally one move in the early game, and that is Horn Attack. Because Nidorino does not learn Horn Attack, we can't get past Brock as quick as possible. It just means that in the later game we're going to have to try and claw back some time, but we've having to spend so much time leveling up against Brock to even get an attempt where we can beat him. It just made us lose so much time. As you can see here, I was very right. Sabrina is going to be a massive problem, and instead we're going to go over to Fuchsia, and of course we're going to make sure that we're going to get chased by the police, because we did not have a bike to go on the bike road. But we used the glitch to get us past it. It actually saves you quite a few, maybe about a minute's worth of time. If you're really going for speed running, then yeah, that definitely helps you out instead of having to go to Vermilion and listen to the guy's really lengthy conversation about a Rapidash. So we're going against Koga instead. I thought it's better to come to Fuchsia. Let's get some more levels before we even attempt her again. Sabrina, I mean. We can take quite an easy win against Koga, but that leaves us with really only a couple of places we can go. If you're in the Safari Zone as well, if you dig outside of the house, you can get out of the Safari Zone without having to waste all the remaining steps. So we've beaten Koga. We could go over to Blaine, but to be fair, I think 46 is going to be enough to do this. We've taken a lot of damage from the first Kadabra, and we're not even one-shotting things. So yeah, you know what? We actually might... Yeah, we're not going to win this one, even against the Venomoth. We've not even seen the Alakazam yet. This is how bad we are against Psychic types, and Alakazam in the late game is really going to scare me at this point. But we get some pretty good luck against her this time. She goes for Leech Life instead of a Psychic move, which is perfect. And the Alakazam goes for Reflect and Psywave, both miss, and we can take the win from that. Purely down on luck, that's the only way we got the win here. But it means we can now move on to Blaine, and we're moving into this late game, picking up the pace a bit. We haven't really recovered much of the time that we did in that early game, but we are... Oh, Fire Spin against us, that's really annoying. Okay, Rapidash next. We do get the Paralysis, which is going to take 3 Body Slams to take that down, but the Arcanine is going to take even more hits to take down. Look at how much damage Body Slam is doing. Even Ice Beam is doing more damage at this point because we've been growled. We do manage to take the win, and now we can learn Double Kick, which we are going to remove for Bite. There are a few Rock Pokemon coming up, so Double Kick actually will be useful here. We can't learn Fire Blast, which would be kind of helpful, but what can you do? This is Gen 1, move pools are quite shallow. So, first up, of course, is the Rhyhorn. Ice Beam is going to be the best move here, and I really hope we outspeed this Dugtrio. We don't, and that's going to do really big damage on us. Please don't one-shot us. Actually, it didn't one-shot us, but we have wasted a lot of PP there. We really needed more Ice Beams to get through this. So, Nidoking is going to go down to 2 Ice Beams, and we're finally on to the Rhydon. So, Rhydon is very weak to Ice-type moves. We can take it down quite comfortably, but we're level 53, so we are quite high level compared to some runs at this point. And this leads us on to the final rival fight before the Elite Four. I'm not too sure how this one's going to go. We might need more levels, but Ice Beam is going to be a great move to use here. It's going to set up its agilities. It doesn't have Sand Attack in this fight, which is perfect. But because it's also got agility as well, which is a Psychic type move, all it'll do is spam agility. Same with this Growlithe here. And we can quite comfortably take him down. The Execute is going to be a bit of a problem, but 1 Ice Beam will be more than enough. Can we one-shot with Body Slam? We can't, but he goes to Reflect, and then Paralyzed. Perfect. Just leaves us with 55 HP for this Blastoise, and he thankfully goes for Bite. Okay, so first time victory against him here. I am going to go against this trainer in Victory Road here, because if you're not aware, this trainer's got a Parasector, Dugong, and a Chansey. Now, the Chansey's the one we want to beat because it gives you over 2,000 experience points. Now, if you haven't used any of your rare candies at this point, oh, we hang on with 2 HP. If you haven't used any of your rare candies, this is a great trainer to get some experience against. When we can move on to the Elite Four, should I use my rare candy straight away? Yeah, you know what? We'll use the rare candy straight away. We're in at level 63. And yes, that's perfect. We wanted that Dugong to put itself to sleep, although the AI will look at us as a poison type Pokemon and go, I've got a Psychic type move, even though it's rest. I'm only going to use that. Most of her Pokemon are very weak to electric type. She's more of a water trainer than an ice type trainer. And then comes the Jinx. So Body Slam is a great move. Jinx is very defensively weak. And I'm thinking here, right, if I get hit by... Oh, Confuse Ray is not good. If I get hit by Hydro Pump or Blizzard, we're in a very bad position. But for some reason, she just doesn't want to use it and then gets paralyzed herself, and we get an easy first time win. A little bit, I'd say easy. That was quite annoying, really, with the Confuse Rays, but it moves us on to Bruno. Now, Bruno should not be a problem whatsoever. Ice Beam, perfect move for that. Body Slam would be perfect for these Hitmonchans and Hitmonlees because they're not very... Oh, no, counter. Oh, my word, Hitmonchan counter beat us. That's the first time I've seen it use counter in any of these runs. That's amazing. This is why I love doing these runs. You see something new every single time. So thankfully this time I didn't go for Body Slam because I didn't want to get countered again. Ice Beam was still perfect to use. and we can sweep through the rest of his team with relative ease. The Machamp, even with submission, will not take us out in one hit. So we can use our body slams, we can use Thunderbolts, whittle it down however we need to, but Bruno is not a hard fight. Saying that, I did just lose to him because of counter, but you see something new every time. That's why I like doing this. This brings us on to Agatha. Now, we do not have a great matchup whatsoever. If we learned Dig, we would actually be quite comfortable in this fight, but because we're relying on our 55 base special, we're going to struggle against Agatha. Nightshade does big damage relative to whatever level that they are, so she can always get quite good consistent damage out. The worst thing as well is her Pokemon love to spam status effects by putting you to sleep, confusing you, and she also uses retroactive super potions, so it becomes such an annoying fight. Thunderbolt manages to paralyze that Haunter, and it annoyingly puts us to sleep, and then uses Dream Eater, which is a psychic type move. Technically the most powerful psychic type move in Gen 1 with 100 base attack, and Psychic's only got 90, so to be fair, yeah, Hypnosis Dream Eater is a deadly combo, and it recovers their HP, which makes the fight even harder. But because we're a poison type Pokemon, it's pretty much a one-shot KO. When we do get a bit better luck on Agatha though, we can try and freeze it, we can try and Thunderbolt her so she has paralysis. Double Kick is not super effective against any of her Pokemon. I don't know why I've still got it on my moveset, because I don't think I used it once in this fight. I'm really hoping for the freeze chance against this Gengar. We don't get it on that hit. We don't get it on this one. Come on, freeze it. Come on, freeze it. Please, please, please. Freeze? Freeze. Oh, wow. We're on to the final Arbok. Can we take her out? Please. Yes. 4 HP. We managed to hang on. And Queen beats Agatha. That brings us on to probably the easiest matchup we've got in this Elite Four. Just because of the fact we have Ice Beam. All of his Pokemon are weak to it. So let's see what we can sweep with. Thunderbolt is 4 times effective against Gyarados, so that's an easy one shot. And then the Ice Beam will take out the Dragonairs. And even though it's still not a one shot, oh no, it's a range. That's quite interesting. So we get a critical hit there. Ice Beam, oh, we got confused by the Aerodactyl and we don't take it out in one, but we freeze it. Where was that freeze on Agatha? That's really annoying. Okay, so because this Dragonair's got Barrier and it's got Agility, all it'll do is spam Psychic type moves. We can take it down at our own leisure and we take the easy win. That brings us on to the champion fight. Now, because the champion has got Alakazam and is usually his second Pokemon out in this fight, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know how we're going to get past this very, very comfortably. Annoyingly, good thing we did not get frozen there by the Mirror Move Ice Beam. And yeah, Psychic takes us out in one. That's very predictable. So how are we going to get past it? We're going to use Blizzard to try and take out the Pidgeot in one, but it's still not taken out in one. Psychic does big damage, but we managed to tank it with full HP at 21 HP. So we're 21 HP for the rest of this run here now. I don't know if we're going to get past his Arcanine, unless if he uses Takedown, we're done. But he manages not to use it, and that brings us to Executor, who puts us to sleep, and Stomp takes us out. This is definitely one of the harder champion fights I've had, especially because we don't have great moves, really. I mean, Blizzard is a great move, but it's not complemented by our special stat. This time round, though, we get a critical hit on the Alakazam after he uses Reflect, and we're on very good HP for the rest of this fight. This might be the attempt we do this on. I'm trying to save my body slams for that final Pokemon and the Blizzards. We get the freeze on Executor and we're in a very good position. Then he uses a full restore, which gets rid of freeze, which is really, really annoying. That brings us on to quite comfortably the Blastoise, which we have a good answer for with Thunderbolt. Bite does not do much damage and 2 hits take the win, meaning that Queen has now become the queen of the Kanto region. Might be this is quite a quick video because we are in the month of Retro Brown. I've got a lot of videos I need to sort out. This means, yeah, like let's see what the final time was. Level 67 at 5 hours 17 minutes. Nidorina was an hour quicker than this. Yeah, that's the difference of that early not having Horn attack against Brock, and it means that we've lost a full hour's worth of time. which is annoying. But Nidorina has done it, and we can move on to seeing what we're going to play as in the next 2 days. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get first. First up is Jinx. Okay, considering it's Christmas in 2 days, yeah, I think we're going to go with Jinx already. There was that one episode in the anime where Jinx was actually in the Santa episode, so I think this is very fitting. This has worked out very, very well. I don't care what comes up next. It's going to be a Jinx run, guys. Yeah. It's just going to be a Jinx run. Let's do a Christmas Jinx run. So if you've got to this point in the video, of course, you know what I'm going to say. Please smash that like and subscribe, you legends. And we will see you on Christmas Day with the Jinx video. Take care, happy holidays, see you soon.